In modern football, allowing an elite player's contract to tick down into its final 12 months isn't just questionable squad management, it is an absolute financial catastrophe. We're living in an era strictly governed by profit and sustainability rules, where every single million on the balance sheet carries immense weight, yet some of the biggest superpowers in Europe are sitting on ticking contract time bombs. Let's take a look at 11 such cases, starting with Manchester City and the baffling scenario surrounding Jack Grealish. When City shattered the British transfer record to bring Grealish from Aston Villa for a staggering £100 million, the entire financial outlay was amortised across a long-term 6-year deal. But as that contract now hurtles toward its final months, Maresca's side faces a genuine accounting nightmare. Grealish has seen his role steadily diminish, transforming from a marquee starter into an expensive bench warmer. Yet, from a pure business perspective, allowing a £100 million investment to enter his final year without a commitment creates a staggering write-off on the books if he walks away on a free transfer. City seem bizarrely resigned to absorbing that potential hit, prioritising tactical evolution over preserving the resale value of England's former record signing. If risking a £100 million winger sounds like a steep gamble, the situation over in Munich surrounding England, captain Harry Kane carries even higher stakes. Kane has been an absolute goal-scoring force since arriving in the Bundesliga, shattering records at a pace never before seen in German football. Yet, despite his incredible individual output, the narrative surrounding his long-term future remains uniquely volatile. Kane's current agreement runs through next summer, and reports regarding an intriguing exit clause, allegedly structured around £65 million for specific suitors under right conditions, have kept some clubs on high alert. While Bayern's supervisory board remains publicly confident of securing a lucrative renewal even as the striker turns 34, the simple truth is that an elite goal machine drifting into his final contract year keeps all of European football on edge. Crossing back over to North London, a completely different contractual dilemma is unfolding at the Emirates Stadium with Gabriel Martinelli. Once viewed as the untouchable core of Mikel Arteta's high-flying Arsenal attack, the Brazilian winger has experienced a noticeable drop in his standing within the squad. He's no longer a guaranteed name on Arteta's starting team sheet, with extensive internal discussions centering around potential squad upgrades on the left flank. As a direct result, hammering out a contract extension for Martinelli has quietly slipped down Arsenal's priority list. With his deal steadily ticking into its final 12 months, Arsenal find themselves at a delicate fork in the road: extend a player who has lost his undisputed status, or risk selling him below market valuation before his transfer leverage evaporates completely. While Arsenal re-evaluate Martinelli's long-term standing, their old rivals Manchester United are grappling with a far more sensitive leadership situation regarding Bruno Fernandes. The United captain made no secret of his underlying frustration last summer, admitting he felt hurt when the club's hierarchy seemed open to entertaining lucrative offers from the Saudi Pro League. Fast forward to today, and Fernandes continues to serve as the absolute focal point at Old Trafford, routinely carrying the team through turbulent stretches. Yet, the 32-year-old talisman is heading straight toward the final year of his deal. Should United allow their most productive creative outlet to enter his final months without a resolution, they risk either losing him on a free or handing total leverage back to Saudi clubs who remain eager to pounce as his contract ticks down. Fernandes isn't the only vital component at Old Trafford facing an uncertain future. Lisandro Martinez finds himself in a similarly complex position. Affectionately nicknamed the Butcher for his fearless tackle-first style and elite ball distribution, Martinez is undeniably United's most transformative centre-back when fully fit. However, an agonising string of serious injury layoffs has continually stalled his momentum, forcing the club hierarchy into a cautious holding pattern. United do retain a club-held option to extend his stay by an additional year, which the board will almost certainly trigger to protect his transfer equity. But until Martinez proves he can maintain consistent physical availability over an entire campaign, United are reluctant to hand out a massive multi-year extension. Heading across the Alps into Serie A, Premier League clubs scanning the market for elite defensive reinforcements have kept a watchful eye on Inter Milan's left-back wizard Federico Di Marco. Manchester United were repeatedly linked with the Italian international as a potential fix for their wide structural issues, though those rumours have cooled down considerably following managerial changes at Old Trafford. DiMarco has been back to his absolute finest form, establishing himself as one of the most lethal crossing wing-backs in European football. Inter's board is eager to tie him down with a lucrative new long-term package, but as long as official signatures remain missing, the spectre of his approaching final contract year leaves the Nerazzurri dangerously vulnerable to aggressive European rivals capable of blowing their wage offer out of the water. In the red half of Milan, another high-profile wide attacker has rebuilt his status while drifting toward a crucial contract turning point: Christian Pulisic. Captain America has enjoyed a brilliant career revival since arriving at AC Milan, becoming the team's most reliable offensive engine with consistent goals and assists across domestic and European play. While Milan retain a one-year extension option beyond 2027, Pulisic's camp is reportedly eager to skip short-term extensions entirely and sign a major long-term commitment that would keep him at the San Siro through 2030. Yet, with official announcements still pending, rival suitors across Europe are watching closely to see if Milan's delay might present an unexpected opening to snatch an elite winger. Pulisic's resurgence in Serie A shares striking parallels with Brahim Diaz, whose contract situation at Real Madrid is raising plenty of questions across Spain. Following his triumphant loan spell at Milan, Diaz returned to the Bernabeu and proved to be an invaluable asset, even starting both legs of Real Madrid's high-stakes Champions League knockout clashes against Manchester City. At various stages of the season, a contract renewal appeared to be a done deal, awaiting a final signature. Yet, Diaz remains in contract limbo while entering the home stretch of his agreement, with fierce competition for places in Madrid's frontline showing no signs of slowing down. A potential romantic return to AC Milan or a marquee Premier League switch grows more plausible by the day. Meanwhile in France, Paris Saint-Germain are playing a surprisingly risky waiting game with one of their most dependable midfield conductors, Fabian Ruiz. The Spanish international was instrumental in Spain's World Cup triumph and has consistently proven his worth as a calming influence in PSG's engine room, leading to back-to-back Champions League trophies. Paris hierarchy spoke openly about opening formal renewal negotiations with Ruiz as far back as last summer, yet supporters are still awaiting a long overdue official announcement. Fabian Ruiz isn't the only Parisian midfielder navigating a delicate contract window. PSG are also under immense pressure to secure the future of teenage prodigy Seny Mayulu. The 19-year-old announced himself on the global stage after netting in the Champions League final, proving beyond doubt that he possesses the composure required for elite football. PSG's hierarchy fully understands the urgent necessity of locking down one of their finest homegrown prospects, with negotiation talks reportedly reaching an advanced stage. However, until the deal is formally executed, the mere fact that a teenage Champions League final goalscorer is approaching his final contract year has elite European clubs monitoring every update with intense curiosity. Finally, returning to the Premier League, Crystal Palace find themselves in a precarious standoff with their focal attack leader, Jean-Philippe Mateta. The French striker desperately attempted to secure a move away from Selhurst Park during the January window, but a proposed transfer to AC Milan collapsed after he failed a medical. Having enjoyed a remarkable goal-scoring rise over the past 18 months and earning his way into the French national team, the 29-year-old has made no secret of his desire to test himself in the Champions League. Palace activated an option to secure him through next year, but with Mateta holding out for a major payday befitting his prime years, Palace must decide whether to sell him this summer or watch their star forward walk away for free. The contract table has become modern football's most crucial battlefield, where futures are decided not by actions on the field, but by negotiation rooms. Which one of these players would you extend? Let us know in the comments. Remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to turn on post notifications so that you never miss out on any new videos. See you next time. Bye.